It is imperative that you listen. Imperative that you listen and you focus on what I am saying. This is not meant that some attempt at scaring you, but it's the truth. I don't want you to listen like you've never listened before. I'm not one to give idle warnings. Something happened that should scare every person who lives on a screen. Amazon went dark, and nobody seems to be talking about it. Nobody seems to be explaining what that meant. People are saying, "Oh, it's another blackout." Okay, yeah, that happens. Uh-huh, right. Yeah, that's happened before. Not like this. Uh-uh. Be not mistaken. This is a little different. This is a beta test, my friend. They are ready for the big time. Let me also tell you something. If you think that the big one's not coming, and I refer always to the big one, you are not paying attention. Believe me when I tell you this, you are not paying attention. They are ready for something so huge, so colossal. And every time they do this, they habituate you to it. Amazon went dark. Not just this website or a few streaming services, but the very nervous system of what we call the modern internet. Amazon Web Services, AWS, is huge. This is the digital backbone of half the web. And it went down for hours. Listen to me. Banks, food delivery apps, streaming platforms, Zooms, classrooms, banking, video games, even government portals all blinked out, blacked out, and went down. And then the whispers started. Listen to the whispers. This wasn't an accident. Now, some folks, of course, have been saying they know a little bit about this. Some folks are saying, I think we know what's going on. Some folks are pretty smart about this and they get it, but nobody's listening because they're calling this a typical, ridiculous one of these conspiracy theories. But some workers at one of the Amazon data centers posted a video during the blackout. And you could see the confusion on their face. You could see the look of alarm. Quote, this was a quote, they don't have any information for us. This is what the employees said. I believe in the kill switch. They're testing it out and it works. That was another voice in the background. And they added something. They said they're cleansing it right now from everything. Cleansing? They're cleansing. Think about this word, cleansing. Is this an industry term? Was this did he mean cleaning? Every outage has a reason, a power surge, a hardware fault, an update gone wrong, excuse me. But this time, there was no silence. There was no internal communication. There was no explanation, no nothing. Even the systems that normally send messages to employees, everything was down. Everything was offline. It was as if someone had pulled a single lever, pushed a single button, and every circuit obeyed. It's the dead man switch, sort of what Candace Owens called her insurance policy. Remember that story that went nowhere with that? Don't get me started. This is different. They called it an operational issue, a glitch, a problem with domain name resolution. Yeah. But the symptoms told a different story, my friend. Have you seen Down Detector? It's a great site. Go to downdetector.com, but Down Detector. It recorded more than 11 million reports of outages at over 2,500 companies. Let me say that again. 11 million reports of outages at over 2,500 companies. And I'm not talking about a mom and pop dollar pizza slice joint, though that's $1.50 now. Snapchat, Netflix, Disney Plus, Coinbase, Robinhood, Ring, Alexa, McDonald's apps, educational platforms from the Ivy League to K-12, all dead at once. And this isn't some simple DNS hiccup. No, 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 no. See, that's a choke point test. It's a pressure check. This is by design. So they say. What do I know? I'm just a conspiracy theorist. Correction, analyst. When one company controls this much digital infrastructure, a single command can become a global blackout. Do you understand how this thing works? See, we understand it because we know what's going on. We understand it because we get it. We understand it because we're different. We're cut from a different cloth. We are suspicious. We're skeptical. You can't fool us. That's why the government hates us, because they call us conspiracy theorists, because we're not. You can't BS us. You can't lie to us. Amazon runs nearly half of the cloud services on earth. You think they're making money with your deliveries and stuff? They're losing money. They're losing money. If you can get you can get a pen and the box and the post or whatever it is at the post is, they got these machines. They lose money on this. That they're not going to make money on Amazon. That's not where they make their money. It's cloud services. And let me tell you something. Bezos, he's busy with that thing he's married to. He's running around. He's not even in charge of it. He's the Zoran Mamdani of that. You don't believe this story about, they always work in their garage. I put together this whole thing. Yeah, that's a cover story. Mark Zuckerberg, I was in my dorm room at Harvard and I said, hey, I've got an idea. Why don't we have this cool way of people talking? Or I'm Bill Gates. I'm this weird guy who works in my garage, and I came up with this thing. The only story I kind of believe it or not, is Steve Jobs. But this is different. This is Amazon. The U.S. military uses it, and other militaries. Major hospitals use it. News organizations, financial exchanges, artificial intelligence servers, even parts of the government's own data networks. That means whoever controls AWS can silence communication, can silence finance and logistics and news in one coordinated kill switch act. Think about that. Now imagine if that command is written into a security protocol, a built-in off switch under the label, let's say, emergency compliance. That's the kill switch people are talking about. The ability to shut down civilization for maintenance. See, during the outage, reports came in from, data centers where even the employee logins were disabled. No one could clock in. No one could access internal dashboards. Automatic doors wouldn't open. Whole teams sat in dark server rooms waiting for a signal from the mothership. Do you get what's going on here? And while they waited, the world rediscovered what digital dependency really means. You see that? This was only a test. Remember that from the emergency broadcast system? Had this been when schools could not assign homework, professors could not grade papers, families could not access security cameras, delivery drivers, lost navigation, streaming services froze. And what did the public do? Well, they scrolled for updates on social media, which also happened to be running on AWS. People laughed. Oh, Amazon is down again. But look closer. Each outage is longer than the last, and each glitch spreads wider. And every time the company comes back online, the explanation gets vaguer. It's weirder. Now, here's what I suspect. Here's what I'm thinking about. This was a rehearsal. This is a beta test. This is a dress rehearsal. This is wargaming. This is tabletop. This is a plan. A digital war game to measure response time and public behavior. Sound familiar? It's almost like having a pandemic. Let's see what people do. Let's see how quick they react. Let's see what happens. They wanted to see how fast panic spreads, how many minutes it takes for people to lose patience, and who dares to question the official story. They're mapping compliance in real time. I'm just saying. What do I know? You know, this is my Mrs. L calls this my what do you call it? Grandpa sweater? It's my grandpa sweater. It's my favorite. So what do I know? I'm just sitting here in New York. I'm just talking to you. What do I know? Right? Now you may think that sounds extreme, but history tells us otherwise. You see, every surveillance system starts as a convenience. Every control mechanism begins as protection. Remember what they say, when you are sold something, you're the product. When something is free, you're the product. They're selling you. Hey, this is free. AOL. Thank you. You're the product. It all begins like that. It's control. The Patriot Act was safety. Censorship was for disinformation. Now it's for stability. A global cloud kill switch would be for security. Remember, remember what Egypt did? Remember what they did in the Middle East? They'll shut you down. China will also say, we want to know the location of dissidents. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're on the panopticon. Don't even worry about turning things off. You're in. Forget it. Hey, you better cover your lens. Forget it. Forget it. You can do whatever you want. You're part of the database. You're part of the metadata of this big, punch bowl of information gumbo. But here's the question. Who owns the kill switch? A handful of unelected executives accountable to no voters, no Congress, no Constitution. Amazon can take down the internet faster than the government can declare an emergency. Or if somebody hacks it, they put it all into one place. Look at the timing. This happened in the middle of growing talk about AI safety and content regulation. Lawmakers have openly floated the idea of controlled access to information. These are their terms. What better way to test centralized control than to shut off the digital lights for a few hours and watch who notices? You see, the employees noticed, they spoke, and if you listen to what they said, one said the company was cleansing the system. There's that, again, this cleansing. Maybe it was a misstatement. Cleansing what? Logs, metadata, traces of something no one was supposed to see, purging, expurgating, bowdlerizing. You see, when insiders use language like that, it means digital hygiene, purging information that could reveal the real sequence of events. Maybe. Who knows, right? I mean, I don't know. I just wear a sweater. When the system came back online, Amazon spokespeople said all services had returned to normal. Right. But nothing is normal about a company that can paralyze the internet and then shrug it off. And we haven't even gotten to Palantir yet. That's another kettle of fish, as they say. Now, here's the deeper layer. If Amazon can do this intentionally or even accidentally, what about the state? What about the intelligence agencies that have access to corporate infrastructure through national security partnerships? You know, the NSA, Cyber Command, DHS, all of them contract with AWS. They don't need to build their own switch. They already rent one. So if you control the digital heartbeat, you control perception. You control speech. You control panic and calm. Imagine an election day. Imagine an election day when the servers go dark in key districts. Imagine a breaking news event where the streams freeze just long enough to erase the first version of the truth. Hey! This is why the term kill switch terrifies people who really understand systems. It isn't science fiction, it's architecture. One power grid, one payment network, one cloud provider, one button. And the public has been conditioned to see the outages as harmless. You've been habituated. Harmless inconveniences. Oh, well. We've had like the blackout of New York, the blackout, the great blackout. Oh, the Wi-Fi's out. Oh, guess I'll go read a book. But in the data economy, downtime is weaponized. Every outage tests the limits of dependency. Every recovery tightens the leash. Listen to me. Any crypto Bitcoiners out there? Yeah. Where do you get your information from? Where do you log into? How do you know? Do you have this? You have Coinbase or whatever it is. Yeah. Oh, but Bitcoin is, I'm sure it is. Well, there's blockchain. I'm sure it is. But if you can't get to it, it's like, what if I controlled all the safes of the world? Your money's in there. It's in there. You just can't get into it. Oh, but it's safe. You just can't get to it. I mean, you think your files are on your computer. That's what people think. They're not. That's why I love when they say the FBI seized. You don't need to seize computers. Anyway, but they do. Or we need your phones. Give us your phones. They've got your phone. Apple's got your phone. Everybody's got your phone. This idea, this is nuts. They live on rented servers. Your passwords, your photos, your business invoices, your child's homework, your medical history. Kind of sounds like Hillary's, right? Yoga, medical history, everything, all floating in the same digital ocean controlled by a few captains you will never meet and never know. They're the most important people in the world. And when they say operational issue, let's do the air quotes together, friends. Operational issue, that's code for control rehearsal. When they say accelerate recovery, that means flip the switch back on. Now ask yourself, why Amazon still hasn't explained what really happened? Why the engineers on duty weren't briefed? Why the system logs remain sealed? Is anybody following up on this? Anybody following up on Epstein? Anybody following up on Charlie Kirk? Anybody? No, we don't follow up on things. We're ready to move to the next story. Hey, they're bulldozing the White House. Ooh, that's cool. Next. We have the attention span of a gnat. And because, see, keep in mind, the less you know, the easier it is to repeat. So what do? We prepare. Back up your files on physical drives. Diversify your services. Use providers that are not chained to one cloud. If your business or your communication depends on a single corporate server farm, you are already living under soft martial law. Pay attention to patterns, outages that hit at dawn, social platforms that fail at the same hour, banking apps that go offline while markets are open. Every one of those events, everyone is data. And for the love of your own autonomy, stop laughing it off. Stop shrugging it off. It's not a joke. Every time we shrug at a blackout, we hand them permission to test the next one. This is not paranoia. This is physics. Systems with a single point of control always collapse into control. If the day ever comes when that red button is pressed for real, it will not start with panic. It will start with silence. The screens will freeze. The cloud will vanish. The digital heartbeat will stop. And the voice that returns will be the only one they want you to hear. That is why you prepare now. You guard your information. You guard your independence. You guard your mind. Because when the switch flips, there will be two kinds of people left: those who depend on the system and those who saw it coming. So, which one will you be? And when you think about this, and I've tried this for so long, people will immediately shrug it off. They're shrugging it off now. They will shrug it off because this bothers them. This is scary to them. People do not like this. They just start yammering, and I understand it. That's okay. I don't blame you. Because a world without the internet. There's two folks I talk about. Two. It's two people, two sponsors. And I want you to listen to me because they're the people that make us possible. They're our cloud. And the first is preparewithlionel.com. It's right there. If you think this is something, you lose data, okay. It's terrible. You lose food. You have shutdowns, stores close a week. You see, when I tell you that, when I say go to preparewithlionel.com, I'm not saying, oh, look, get ready. Gee, you're going to not eat for a while. No, it's going to be panic. It's going to be chaos. That's what I'm telling you. This country cannot get along. We don't know how to handle these things. We go crazy. You understand that? Crazy. That's why you go to preparewithlionel.com. That's why you go, just go and look. That's why you prepare now. It's not the fact that, gee, I want to have enough ramen back. No, it's the chaos that starts. Remember, ammo, water, energy, and food. That's it. Take your crypto and eat it. That's number one. Number two, the commodity that we hold the most precious is free speech. That's it. For me to be able to speak to you now. And with the kill switch, it's gone. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Listen to me. Do not dismiss, do not laugh this off. There are some people coming back online again, and they withstood it. Alex Jones is one. Go down the list. There were some people that we lost from Twitter who just never came back. I don't know where they went. I really don't know where they went. But I will tell you this. Mike Lindell has been here and fighting like you can't believe. His Lindell TV is terrific. Who do you think went? Did you see what happened the other day with Nancy Pelosi? Did you see where she went crazy? That was from Lindell TV. Because right now, do you see where Warner Brothers are going to sell CNN? It's all being sold. Everything, all major entertainment platforms or speech platforms. That's why mypillow.com/Lionel. If you think this is about slippers, again, it is. That's the product. That's great. It's like when Alex sells products. The products are terrific. They got to be. You're not a fool. But it's going for something that is beyond. So you have two things. Number one, it's like when we used to buy Girl Scout cookies before we found out what was in them. It's a different story altogether. So mypillow.com, promo code Lionel. Go there right now. Get a free gift. I have the links on here. That's it. This is not a hard sell. You're smart enough, though. I want you to understand that when I come on, I'm not the doomsayer. I'm not a Cassandra. I'm not I'm not portending ill. That's not my thing. That's not what I want to do. That's not what this is about. It's something more important, more serious. We're the ones who are going to be the only ones standing. We're going to be the ones, not these people, not these folks. They don't even know what's happening. They don't grasp it. They don't understand. They can't conceive of this. Cable news is a joke, no matter what it is, no matter the direction. The amount of crap that they give you that has absolutely nothing to do with what really matters is beyond astounding to me. Beyond astounding. This is it. President Trump may not be perfect, but he's done more than anybody can imagine. But it's up to you and me. Because let me tell you something. When he's out of office, I don't know what's going to happen. And I haven't even talked to you yet about AI. I haven't talked to you. And these kill switches, I'm going to leave you with one thing. These kill switches, so listen to me carefully. If you've got to do something, understand and grasp the notion of what AI means. Grasp it. I don't think people really get it. I know it's hard to understand because it's a strange concept. This could be done at the behest of a rogue AI program, an AI iteration, an AI form that comes out of nowhere and does this and hits the kill switch for you. Pick your worst enemy. China says, we know how to shut down. We don't use Amazon. You do. So if the kill switch exists in theory or in practice that I can access, that I can get to, it exists for everybody else. Pay attention to what I'm saying. And remember something. Nobody on Capitol Hill is talking about this. Trump's not talking about it. J.D. Vance ain't talking about it. Pam Bondi's not talking about it. Nobody. And when Bezos is gallivanting around with that thing he's married to, doing stuff, do you know what the gossip is with him? I can't even tell you. One parenthetical note. A modern day Caligula is Prince Andrew. And worse than him is Epstein was the sickest thing you could ever imagine. And you ain't going to hear any of it. Any of it. That's for another story. In the meantime, pay attention, dear friends. Read, prepare, listen to what I'm telling you. Pay very close attention. This is so important. Pay attention, as I said, to patterns and frequencies. I'm going to say this again. When an outage hits at dawn early, why? Let's see what they happen when they wake up to something versus an outage that hits in the middle of the day. Social platforms that all fail at the same hour. Notice. Banking apps that go offline while markets are open or closed. Every one of these events is data. It's a pattern. It's an observable reality. And this is about not just power. It's about autonomy. And for the love of your own autonomy, stop laughing it off. And I'm going to say this again because I love you. But every time you shrug at a blackout or something, you're handing them permission. Go ahead. Here you go. All right. Charlie Kirk. Oh, whatever. They don't respect us. And people will say, oh, you're being paranoid. This isn't paranoia. It's physics. It's reality. It's electronics. It's electrons. Systems with a single point of control always collapse into control. That's the thing which is critical. Listen. If the day ever comes when the kill switch is activated, when it's used for real, deliberately, militarily, maliciously, I'm telling you again, listen, it will not start with panic. It starts with silence, the emptiness, the void of nothing. Your world, your screens will freeze. And this is what many people have only had to connect with reality. Because if the cloud vanishes, you vanish. The digital heartbeat stops, you stop. Because for a lot of people, without I forget medical records, forget, banking, just being able to exist in this world, your world, it's like nuking a society. And the voice that ultimately returns will be the only one they want you to hear. And you will do anything. Please don't let that happen again. That is why you prepare now. Guard your information. Guard your independence. Protect your mind. I'm telling you, and you know this, when the switch flips, two kinds of people. Those, like most, who depend on the system and those who saw it coming. We want to be the ones who saw it coming. That's all, my friends. It's very simple. Very simple. What are you going to do? Are you ready? Oh, I know people. Oh, I'm ready. No, you're not. Because if you're the only one who can access something, if there is no internet, great, terrific. You can look at your vacation photos all you want. You can't escape this. Who's looking out for us? Who is the individual anywhere when Trump sits there in the White House with Altman and Gates and Zuckerberg? I want to puke. Can Elon help us? Say what you want. I trust him more than most people. That's where we are, my friends. So let me tell you, let me just remind you, this is serious. Tonight, I want you to listen to me on WABC. It's Warrior Wednesday. Mrs. L joins me. Mrs. L joins me on Warrior Wednesday on WABC 77, the premier talk radio network. We are syndicated. We are in New York. We are everywhere. So make sure you do this. You understand this? Okay, my friends. We love you. Don't forget, follow us, subscribe to this, like us. 80-something% of the folks, I don't know why, 87% of the folks who follow us don't subscribe. They watch us. Follow Mrs. L at Lynn's Warriors. Don't forget our companion. There's a piece I did on Diddy. Diddy is going to get that pardon from Trump. You watch. He's very upset about the fact that Santos got it. There's so much stuff going on here. The stuff that you're not going to hear on cable news, you know just where to find it. Okay? All right. All right, dear friends. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you. And until we meet again, as we always say, comment as you see fit. But I also say, and I hope it's never true where the monkey does die, but the monkey's dead. The show's over, sue ya. Ta-ta.